In my other video, I showed my little theory to Pixar's creating Bugs Life 2, so I thought naturally it makes sense that we do Bugs Life next. Apparently, Michael Bird thought so also. Let's go on a journey and discover all the little secrets of Bugs Life. Hey gentlemen, welcome back. I'm your host, Crazy Nate, and today we are taking a look at the world through a bug's eye. When the leaf falls in the path and the ants are all scared and get lost,
I'm lost! Where's the line?
One of the leaders rescues them and says,
Oh, nonsense. This is nothing compared to the Twig of 93.
Now, The Nightmare Before Christmas was kind of a scary movie, and the main character, Jack, is kind of Twiggy-like. And that movie was also released in 1993. Now, this sounds good and all, but they were actually referring to a horrible earthquake that happened in real life in 1993, and not the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas. Hopper, if you didn't notice, has a big scar across his eyeball, just like another villain I know, and you've probably heard of him too. You know, Scar from Lion King? Now before all you keyboard warriors start spitting hatred through your little noses and try to burn me at the stake, hang on a second. Scar's scar was on his left eye, and Hopper's scar was on his right eye, and Hopper's scar was an old injury from that one time he was attacked by a bird.
Hey, like the one that nearly ate you? You remember? Oh, you should have seen it, okay? This blue jay, he has him halfway down his throat, okay? And Hopper's kicking and screaming.
The real question is, how did Scar get his scar?
The sun grows the food, the ants pick the food, the grasshoppers eat the food.
And the birds eat the grasshoppers.
Oh, burn him again!
I'm sorry. Can we cut?
Thumper, the crazy grasshopper who turns out to be not so crazy, was named after Thumper from Walt Disney. You know, Bambi. Thumper, allegedly, is John Lasseter's favorite Disney character of all time. That's why they named him that. And I'm sure this is outside of the Pixar characters, of course. As realistic as Bugs Life is, it's too bad that they use these mushrooms that are unrealistic, right? I mean, I understand that they need to figure out a way to light up the little underground castle and all, but glowing mushrooms, I mean, come on. I thought you were going for realism, Pixar.
This red mushroom found in Brazil converts energy into light, causing the mushroom to glow.
Wait, so there's actually mushrooms that really glow in real life? Also, it's a little bit hard to tell, but when they're all running into their little ant house to hide from Hopper and his rough and tough little biker gang, if you look at the carvings on that route, it looks almost like a drawing of Sully from Monsters, Inc. is trying to scare an ant. And yes, I know that one is a little bit of a stretch, but try to let some of that imagination flow in your life. It's much funner that way.
All right, we'll just use our imaginations.
Speaking of the root,
That giant tree.
look at the tree that's attached to that root. This tree is a famous tree. You can see this tree makes an appearance in Toy Story 2. And one could argue that if this tree grew up almost 10 years later, it would look like a tree from Up. Keep your little eyeballs peeled. I bet this tree is going to be in another Pixar movie soon. Maybe it was even in Cars.
I have been in outhouses that didn't stink that bad. This is
Now this circus has several fun little Easter eggs in it. This little red tack is a shout out to the red tack that got stuck in the table right when Buzz Lightyear fell out the window.
I want my money back.
No refunds after the first 2 minutes.
Also, Manny the Magician uses an old Chinese restaurant takeout box for his disappearing act and his little magic show. But let's take a closer look at that Chinese box and you will see it's the same Chinese restaurant box in the Pizza Planet truck's glove box in Toy Story 2. It's also in the fridge in Ratatouille, and Riley's family eats it for dinner in Inside Out. And they even show you where the restaurant's located at the end of Inside Out. And something tells me this isn't the last we've seen of this Chinese takeout box, so keep your eyes open for that in the future too.
I only got 24 hours to live, and I ain't gonna waste it here. Come on!
Actually, your typical housefly only lives about 28 days. From this guy's sounds and looks, he looks like an older fly, so it's possible he's speaking literally and not figuratively. The cookie box that the circus moves around with is called Casey Jr. Cookies. Casey Jr. is an Easter egg to the train from a very old movie called Dumbo. The train that moved the circus from town to town in Dumbo was also called Casey Jr. Survey time! Have you ever ridden on the Dumbo ride in Disney's Magic Kingdom? Click that little eye up there and answer, or comment down below. Now we aren't done with the cookie box though. In the corner you will see J. Grant Bakery as an Easter egg to Joe Grant, who co-wrote Dumbo. And as good as Dumbo was back in its heyday, Bug's Life is way better, so naturally, this cookie box has way more sugar in it. If you are working out, get these cookies. They have 92 grams of protein per serving. But if you're on a diet, you probably won't want to eat any of these Casey Jr. cookies. They have 620 calories per serving, and 200 of those calories are from fat. And that entire box only has 1 serving of cookies. 1. My bucket of animal cookies has way more servings, and I'm showing you way more Easter eggs than 12, and I'm free.
You fired! You fired! You fired!
Oh!
You're fired.
You fired!
And now for this next oh look. Look who's calling.
Hi,
Speaking of the devil.
I'm John Lasseter, the film's director.
Hey, we're gonna get ready to show the Easter egg right after the circus. Do you want to show them the very next one?
Yeah.
Alright, here you go. I'll let you take it away.
Now, as the camera pans up from the umbrella/circus tent, look at the vehicle over next to this trailer. What is that? That's the Pizza Planet delivery truck from Toy Story. We always figured this is where the guy lived.
Blending.
Now most of the Easter eggs for Bug's Life are probably in the city. Right when Flick enters the city, you will see on the wall A113, which is famous in the animation world for the well-known art school, California Institute of the Arts. And 1195 is referencing to Toy Story because Toy Story was the first one released in 1995. And we see a box for the Apple computer, giving credit to Steve Jobs, who made it possible to make this movie. And of course, because Pixar uses Apple computers. And there we can see Evil Darla. Well, actually, a lot of these names were in reality the names of the kids of creators who worked on Bug's Life. But I like to tell myself that that one is Darla from Finding Nemo. However, there is a real Easter egg to the Broadway show Lion King right there. And back in 1993, if you stood in that same exact spot, the Broadway sign for Lion King would be in that exact spot. Nowadays, all the signs are different, of course.
Here you go, Slick. Enjoy.
Hey, I said no salt!
The joke behind this is that salt can actually kill slugs and snails. So apparently they're trying to assassinate that poor fella. On top of that bar, you might recognize that cup is from Pizza Planet, more specifically Toy Story. What? Also, the bar is inside an old can of low-fat lard. This is just another joke because lard is basically just fat. So that would be like saying, let's go swimming in a water-free pool. What's the pool made of then? Jello? Hey, that actually sounds like a good idea. Remember that rock that Flick accidentally hit and it knocked the entire altar over where they stored all the food? That's kind of like how the Death Star had its own self-destruct button. Well, if you look closely, when they rebuilt the altar, they put the same self-destruct button back in the same spot.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as stupid does.
But even with all the ants combined, how in the world did they get the giant rock back up on that slab? That thing had to have been super heavy for ants. That would be like humans trying to lift up the entire state of Hawaii.
This is too good to be true! No! Sorry, no, it's classified in the DMC. Gotta go ASAP. You know, strictly BYOB. Bye!
BYOB?
BYOB doesn't actually mean bring your own beer, at least in this movie. It means bring your own bug. Also, when Flick and Princess Anna get all romantic and tangled up in their little antennas.
I think I'll go check on the bird. Bird's this way.
Watch the roly-polies. Their antennas make a heart. Oh.
What?
In the end credits, they did a bunch of bloopers with the characters. Even Woody showed up. But that wasn't the only time we saw Woody in this video.
And that's how my 12th husband died. So now I'm a widow. I mean, I've always been a black widow, but now I'm a black widow.
The moral of the Bug's Life story is this. Work hard to achieve your dreams, and no matter what or who knocks you down in life, get back up and keep on fighting. If you found all 5 Easter eggs that I hid in this very video, comment below and include #squished, and I will randomly pick one of you to get your very own Share a Smile shirt absolutely free. Thomas Tracy was the winner for my Cars Easter egg video, so they will be getting a free shirt. If you don't want to try to win a shirt and you just want to get one, you can always go to crazynate.com today and get yours now. Thank you for clicking on that like button, and don't forget to let me know what movie you want to see covered next. And most importantly, gents and gentleds, remember, share a smile. They are contagious.
And action.
To infinity and beyond! I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. Really, can you blame me? Okay, let's go for real now.
Okay,
all right, sorry.
Okay, can we stop? Get me Cindy on the phone, will you?